The Victoria Racing Club and Maya are celebrating 60 years of Maya fashions on the field with this very glamorous evening. And we're going to ask gala guests for their best race day style advice. So let's go. We have the lovely Chris Smith. Now, Chris, what do you like about dressing up for the races?
Everything. Look, it's a magical time of the year. Melbourne does it better than anywhere else in the world, I believe. And I've been to a fair few races around the world, but Melbourne, the city just erupts. And, you know, after the torrid time that we've had, to wake up and know that you're going to be at the track and world-class horses are back, the jockeys are back, the trainers are back, the fashion is better than it's ever been before. It's really hard to not get excited about this.
And what else are you looking forward to besides dressing up?
Everything, just people's faces. I honestly love it. Like seeing people and engaging with people is my forte. I absolutely love it. So when you see the happiness on people's faces when they walk through those gates here at Flemington, and the fashions on the field contestants and the kids that get excited, and you know, it just really does put a big smile on your face. It's incredibly well done every year, and this year is going to be bigger than ever.
And here we have the lovely Taylor Demir. What's your favourite race day to dress for?
Look, I'm going to have to say Derby Day, just because it's something that has restrictions in the sense of the black and white dress code, and I love being able to see how people can really interpret that into their own and still stand out whilst following that kind of restriction of the black and white theme. So that's definitely my favourite in terms of fashion.
And besides black and white for Derby Day, what's your pick of the colour for the season?
I'm going to have to say pink. I think there's quite a lot
Valentino
of
pink.
The Valentino pink. There's quite a lot of pink in the show tonight, actually, and I think we'll be seeing a lot of it at the races as well.
And what's your go-to accessory for racewear?
A go-to accessory would have to be an earring. I think people forget to pop an earring on because they've got their fascinators or hats, but it still stands out and it ties into the outfit really well.
And what about beauty trends and advice there? What beauty trends do you think we'll see, and also advice for staying fresh on race day?
In terms of beauty when it comes to race day, I think less is more. It's a long day, it's usually quite warm, but then sometimes it can have a downpour as well. You just never know what you're going to get in Melbourne. So really just embrace your own natural beauty, make sure it's fresh, quite summery as well, and adventure with colour even, maybe a bit of liner on the eye to match in with your dress.
And here we have Neil Wilson, Chairman of the VRC. Congratulations on 60 years of Maya fashions on the field.
It's wonderful, isn't it? 60 years of this event. It's hard to believe, 60 years that we've been putting on the show here at Flemington and really showcasing fashion alongside the fantastic racing during Cup Week.
And besides Cup Day, what else are you excited about this year?
Well, this year it's just great to be back on course after 2 years of not being here. The birdcage is back, the rails are back. We've got the park out the back. We've got so much going on.
Everyone has access to the park this year, I believe, don't they?
So if you buy a ticket, whatever ticket you have to the Melbourne Cup Carnival, you're able to go to the park. And if you're a member, you're able to go to the birdcage. So it's really going to be fantastic. And what we haven't done is just go back to the format of 2019. We've actually reimagined a lot of things. So look out for the birdcage this year. It's going to be really special.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun. Thank you so much, Neil.
It's my pleasure, and we can't wait.
Thank you. Okay, we have Victoria Racing Club Ambassador Crystal Kimber. How are you?
Very well, I'm excited to be out.
And what do you love about that role?
I think for me it's really enjoying all aspects of racing, so I really get to attend the training facilities and see all the amazing work that happens behind the scenes, and then obviously attending all the fabulous race days and the joy of being able to judge Maya fashions on the field.
Now, you've been a winner of Maya fashions on the field before. What does it take to win?
I think it's about looking effortlessly styled. So I think you don't want to look like you've put in too much effort, but you've put everything into consideration.
Now, it's a little bit genderless this year, so what's your advice for people entering?
I think to really embrace your individual style and try to wear something that you feel fabulous in, because when you wear what's something that you love, it really you really see that when you wear it on stage or in a photo.
And so will you be judging this year?
I will. I'm really
amazing.
excited to be back. So I'll be judging digitally and then also the on-course element across the 4 days.
And last year, I understand you were pregnant, so you were dressing with a bit of a belly, and now your son is 1, is that right?
So he's 5 months. So
gosh,
yes,
5 months.
barely, but nearly. I know it feels like I was pregnant forever. But so last year I was trying to hide a bump, but then also embrace growing the bump. So it was a really hard, awkward phase. But this year I'm really excited to be able to not have to dress and factor in a growing bump and wear something that I really love and enjoy. So I think for me it's bright, bold colour combinations. The primary colours are really coming through.
That was going to be my next question. What do you think you'll be wearing?
Oh, I think for me, bright, bold colour combination, something a little bit unique. So I always love a unique pairing. But then also 3D floral prints are really coming in, so lots of textures, whether it's lace with applique. So I'm really looking forward to having a play there too.
Crystal Kimber, thank you so much. Love hearing your fashion advice. Here we have Olivia Molly McKeon. You're no stranger to competition because you've won a Miss Universe Australia. So what does it take to win a Maya Fashions on the field?
For me, confidence is everything. Like if you're owning what you're wearing and you feel really good in what you're wearing and you're strutting your stuff, then you're really going to stand out on stage.
And you're wearing a beautiful, bright citron, I want to say, colour today. What is the colour of the season, or what colours do you think people will be wearing this race day?
I feel like it's going to be a very colourful year. There'll be a bit of everything, but I think neons, we're going to see a bit of neons, which will be fun.
And have you got a favourite day of Melbourne Cup Carnival?
I honestly love them all. I love the tradition of Derby Day. I just love seeing a sea of everyone in black and white. It's so beautiful. But I also love Cup for all the colour. I love Oaks Day because I love all of the florals, and I love that it's such a pretty day, and then that Stakes is so relaxed. I love them all, so it's a hard one to pick.
And now, final hard-hitting question. Have you got any tips for staying comfortable in shoes?
This is a hard one. I think the key is whenever you see a little stool or something that you can, just perch on for a little bit, then do that. So the less time on your feet, the better.
And gracefully. Like no one can notice you.
Yeah, you just perch. You don't need to sit all the way down, but just a little bit.
Olivia, thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Here we have Lana Wilkinson. Lana, what makes a great race day outfit?
For me, I think it's about experimenting. I think we get so much inspiration, and the races, it's all about experimenting with colour, go bold with the accessories. I love that we get to play with millinery because I feel like it's something we reserve for Royal Ascot or we see on the Royals. So just go for it, make accessories fun.
Now, speaking of colour, what colour do you think is going to dominate this year?
I think this year it's all about pink. I think Barbiecore is here to stay. But I also think we're going to see a lot of orange, a bit of red, and probably a bit of blue as well.
Are there any do's or don'ts that you swear by?
I do. I think do pack your bag appropriately so that you've got some powder for your face, shoe gels if you need them. But a big no-no for me is do not remove your shoes at the end of the day. At all. I just feel like we put so much effort, however it may you do. You might be putting makeup on at home or getting it done, but walk out tall and walk forward, I say.
Now, you're a shoe designer yourself.
sure am.
So what makes a good shoe to wear to Flemington?
I think for me it's about finding the shoe that most suits your style. For me, I've got a 6'5" husband. I'm like, I need to walk tall in a stiletto. But if you're, particularly if you're out in the nursery or on the rails, a block heel, a beautiful wedge, but just do something that you're going to feel comfortable in so that they don't have to come off.
And finally, what's your favourite day of Melbourne Cup Carnival?
Do you know what? I love them all, but I think I would have to say Melbourne Cup. I just think everybody lets go of their inhibitions, has lots of fun with colour, and I think after the last 2 years, we're really going to love it this year too.
It's going to be a big day this year.
It sure is.
Thank you so much, Lana.
Thanks so much for having me.
Okay, we're here with Christian Wilkins. Now this year, for the 60th anniversary for Maya Fashions on the Field, it's genderless. How do you feel about that?
I'm so excited. I mean, I've always been very partial to a dress, but I think that it also just removes the parameters of this is men's, this is women's, and it's like, this is fashion.
Now, you're no stranger to a fashion moment. Even tonight, we can see you got those amazing glittery eyes. Now, if you could enter, what would you wear this year?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I'd probably wear something like, I love anything that's really sculptural, and I love all the textures that we're seeing with fabrics at the moment, you know, seeing feathers and sequins. I love anything that's kind of a bit of like a real moment, you know.
And what advice have you got for people who want to stand out from the crowd?
Have fun. You know, this is the year where you can really lean into the fact that fashion is about more than trends. It's about identity, and it's about being authentic to who you are, and lean into that and really just show whoever you are and have fun with it.
And what about beauty? Go bold with a beauty look?
I always say go bold with a beauty look. I like a bit of a sparkle during a daytime, as you might be able to tell. Yeah, I think just, you know, enjoy it. And beauty at the moment is having such a moment. Looking at shows like Euphoria and so many amazing makeup artists, it's really like a time to lean into it.
Thank you so much, Christian.
Thank you so much.
And that's a wrap of Race Day Style Advice to mark 60 years of Maya Fashions on the Field. We'll see you at Flemington.